Prince Charles is a demanding boss with a fiery temper and a fierce work ethic, says the new royal book. Prince Charles was a demanding boss with a wild temper and a barbaric work ethic and was sometimes magic of outside advisors, according to a new book citing former employees. A former member of his family explained how the king rarely directs his anger at an individual but can go from 0 to 60 and back in an instant. Things are going to irritate him, especially the media, an insider told Valentine Lowe in his new book, Courtiers, The Hidden Power Behind the Crown, an excerpt of which was published in the Times. A former colleague of Charles described him as having tremendous stamina, lots of ideas and always working, 7 days a week. The king is very hard on himself, but he expects the same from his staff, and calls are always on until 11 p.m. even at night, and even at Christmas, the book claims. Anything could be called to you, working on his box, his ideas, his papers. The pace is pretty intense, said the former courtier. Charles is portrayed as a man on a mission with various interests. As a result, the book will guide dozens of outside consultants who share their views on architecture, alternative medicine, economics, organic farming, housing, Jungian psychoanalysis, Islamic art, rainforests, crop circles, and the media. It explains how you collected them. Dealing with helpful suggestions from these advisors was one of Charles' challenges on the job, according to Law. Photo: the then Prince of Wales and his sons Prince William and Prince Harry on February 13, 2014. Journalists wrote that Wang was not always good at assessing who should be listened to. Jimmy Savile, a broadcaster and fundraiser who became a serial killer after his death, wrote for Charles a manual on how the royal family should deal with the media after a catastrophe. Charles gave his trip to the Duke of Edinburgh, who showed it to the Queen. Former employees suggested that these outside consultants sometimes demoralize Charles' team. He said someone was like, "Oh, you got it wrong? Listen to me. It looks better. I'm out of it," a source told Lowe. Princes fall under the spell of people, which can lead to real problems for individuals. The book also touches on the leadership style of Prince William, son of King Charles, and how he told staff to take off their suits while working with his family at Kensington Palace. Is detailed. Meanwhile, another excerpt from a book released Monday claimed that the Duchess of Sussex believes marrying Prince Harry would make her the British Beyoncé. The former actress thought her life in the royal family would bring her similar fame and reputation as a U.S. singer, but she understands the rules and responsibilities that come with her new role. No, she said, sources said. The palace source cited in the book said it was inevitable that Meghan wouldn't fit into the tightly regulated royal world, claiming aides had a hard time working with her. Others said she felt she wanted to be rejected by the royal family so she could return to the United States and make money. Palace insider said, "I think Meghan thought she was going to be Britain's Beyoncé. Being part of the royal family would give her that admiration. She discovered there were so many ridiculous rules that she couldn't even do what she could do as an individual. That's a big deal." King Charles and Camilla made their first public appearances since the Queen's funeral last Monday, greeting those who wished at the church. Lady Camilla, consort of the King and Queen, looked pensive as she drove to Clathyr-Kirk, a Scottish parish church near Balmoral House. Charles, 73, was dressed in black, while Camilla, 75, appeared to be wearing a black, gray and red plaid tartan under her black crested coat. The couple looked serious but managed to smile for a small group of well-wishers when they arrived at the church. The pair's first public appearance took place last Monday, the first since the state funeral of Queen Elizabeth II. She regularly attended Clancy's Kirk services while spending the summer at her late Balmoral Castle earlier this month. King Charles' first public appearance since the state funeral of his late mother Elizabeth II follows official photos of the monarch at work released by the royal family on Friday night. This photo, taken last week, shows the king sitting in his 18th century room at Buckingham Palace, looking through papers from a red box. There are several subtle nods to his late mother and father, the late Duke of Edinburgh, in the photo, demonstrating how the monarch remembers their influence as he performs his royal duties. Most striking was a black and white photo of the Queen and Prince Philip standing on the side table behind the king's desk about to sift the papers out of the red box. According to the royal Instagram account, the photo was given to King George VI by the monarch's late parents for Christmas in 1951. Visit our profile page here and click the follow button above to get the updates you need. Thanks for listening. Make sure to subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss any daily updates from the royal family.